Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So continuing to read Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 7, verse number 38. Purushasya cha samsthanam svarupam vam parasyam cha jnanam cha nagamam Yad tad guru shishya prayojanam purushasya cha samsthanam svarupam va parasya cha jnanam cha nagamam yattat guru shishya prayojanam Purushasya cha samsthanam svarupam va parasya cha jnanam cha nagamam yattat guru shishya prayojanam Purushasya cha samsthanam svarupam va parasya cha Jnanam cha nagamam yattat Guru shishya prayojanam Purushasya cha samsthanam Svarupam va parasya cha Jnanam cha nagamam yattat Guru shishya prayojanam Purushasya cha samsthanam Svarupam va parasya cha Jnanam cha nagamam yattat Guru shishya prayojanam Purushasya cha samsthanam Svarupam va parasya cha Jnanam cha nagamam yattat Guru shishya prayojanam Purushasya cha samsthanam Svarupam va parasya cha Jnanam cha nagamam yattat
samsthanam
Purushasya cha samsthanam
sarupam va parasya cha
sarupam va parasya cha
jnanam cha naigamam yattat
jnanam cha naigamam yattat
guru shishya prayojanam
Guru Shishya Prayojanam. Ladies? Purushasya cha samsthanam
sarupam va parasya cha jnanam cha naigamam yattat Guru Shishya Prayojanam Purushasya cha samsthanam sarupam va parasya cha jnanam cha naigamam yattat Guru Shishya Prayojanam Purushasya cha samsthanam sarupam va parasya cha jnanam cha naigamam yattat Guru Shishya Prayojanam Purushasya cha samsthanam sarupam va parasya cha jnanam cha naigamam yattat Guru Shishya Prayojanam
Purushasya
Purushasya
of the living entity.
of the living entity.
Cha
Cha
also.
also.
Samsthanam
Samsthanam
existence.
existence.
Svarupam
Svarupam
identity.
identity.
Vam
Va
either
either
or.
or.
Parasya
Parasya
of the supreme.
of the supreme
Cha
Cha
also.
also
Jnanam
jnanam
knowledge.
knowledge
Cha
Cha
also.
also
Naigamam
naigamam
in the matter of the Upanishads.
in the matter of the Upanishads
Yat
yet
that.
that
Tat
that
the same.
the same
Guru
guru
spiritual master.
spiritual master
Shishya
shishya
disciple.
disciple
Prayojanam
prayojanam
necessity.
necessity.
Translation and purport of His Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
What are the truths regarding the living entities and the Supreme Personality of Godhead? What are their identities? What are the specific values of the knowledge in the Vedas? And what are the necessities for the spiritual master and his disciples? Purport. The living entities are constitutionally servitors of the Lord, who can accept all kinds of service from everyone. It is clearly declared, Bhagavad Gita 5.29, that the Lord is the supreme enjoyer of the benefits of all sacrifices and penances. The proprietor of all that is manifested and the friend of all living entities. What is his real identity? Therefore, when the living entity accepts the supreme proprietorship of the Lord and acts in that attitude, he resumes his real identity. In order to elevate the living entity to this standard of knowledge, there is the necessity of spiritual association. The bona fide spiritual master desires that his disciples know the process of rendering transcendental service to the Lord. And the disciples also know that they have to learn about the eternal relationship between God and the living entity from a self-realized soul. To disseminate transcendental knowledge, one must retire from mundane activities on the strength of enlightenment in knowledge. In terms of Vedic wisdom, what is the sum and substance of all the questions in this verse? Om Gyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Chalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vikashi Swami Tinmine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashtityada Shikarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Purushasya cha samsthanam svarupam va parasya cha jnanam cha naigamam yatat Guru Shishya Prayojanam. What are the truths regarding the living entities and the Supreme Personality of Godhead? What are their identities? What are the specific values in the knowledge in the Vedas, and what are the necessities of this for the spiritual master and his disciples? And on that lecture, I want to mention some points, mostly from like one lecture given by our Guru Maharaj. This title is "Preaching, Pot Washing, Ego, and Purity." Something like it's called. It's like a famous lecture. What is like very, very concentrate. So much information is there. So many points for our practice. It will be very, very helpful. And in the beginning, we can understand that Prabhupada mentioned in this commentary that these questions, what is the Vidura inquired from Maitreya, that we can understand only through Guru, because we can learn Shastra, we can learn all the scriptures and try to understand who is God is, and what is our creation, and what is our goal of life, and what is our position, and we can speculate like so many ways, but through Guru we can understand the message whatever given by the Vedas, and Guru can like clarify all these points, and he can smash all our doubts and misunderstandings by knowledge. And the most important point, the Guru have a duty and has a responsibility to deliver living entity, to deliver his disciple to the spiritual abode. This means his dharma, his responsibility to bring us back to Godhead. And what does it mean? It means we should finish all our material desires. We should forget about all our material desires and forget about our bodily conception and forget about our misunderstanding. It means we should change our consciousness from material consciousness to spiritual consciousness. This is his responsibility. And of course, we have also responsibility. It's mentioned it many times what is our duty, what is the duty of Guru, and through the scriptures. And today, if this will be possible, if time will be there, we can read the quality of Guru and the quality of disciple. And I found this one verse in Srimad Bhagavatam in 11th canto. It's a very, very big verse and consists in many points regarding this subject in one verse. So the problem in our material world, we thinking we are the controllers, and we are thinking we are in charge of whatever is going on here, and because of that, many problems can come. But we are not controllers. The controller is Krishna, and we can acting, but of course we can understand we is doing the under the supreme controller, Lord Shri Krishna, and everything given to us is given by the Lord. And from childhood we have this idea we are controlling. We should not depend of anyone, and we should not subordinate to anyone, because from childhood we have this understanding you should be independent. You should know no need to follow any instructions. You're you know better than another people, and this is coming in our Guru Maharaj told, and that our Guru Maharaj told us in lecture it is subconsciousness. This is word actually they're using some psychologists like Freud, Jung. They using this term subconsciousness. It means somewhere in our understanding we have some points, and this is subconsciousness is also a term we can apply in our practice. We can understand this is it is coming. This is coming from our past lives also. It's like according whatever we have like in our past lives, and even now we have like some special understanding. We have particular body, we have particular birth, we have particular relationship, particular behavior. It is according to our past deeds, according to our past lives. It means like whatever we have previously, and this is now accordingly we have particular circumstances. And this is idea like you should be like the best from the best is coming from this material understanding, like bodily conception. Like in India, it's also like a very prominent, like you can see the billboards like everywhere, like on the road. Like you can see the most smart guys from the schools. Like you can see they have them special scores for like IIT, some you have some from 300 scores from 310, like it's like almost maximum, and you're like a number one, and your photo is like the biggest, like much more bigger than another photos, like another people like small photos in the bottom of this billboard, but you are like a very big and. And sometimes like this is even the face of this is like looks like very proud because like, oh, see, I'm the best. And another people, they suffering because they cannot be the number one, because number one is only one. You cannot be two people number one, or like 3 or 5 or more. It means like a number one is only one person can be a number one. And many other people, they're suffering because of that. Because it's idea, if you go to school, you should be number one. You should be like the best. Like, if you are not the best, it means you're a loser. And many people are suffering because of that. And I remember also when I was like in school, I was also like in this mood. You should be like the best. You should be the best, and you should like spend so much time to make your homework, and you should study all this. Like biology, history, algebra, all this mathematics, and all these subjects. And it means like you should spend like hours and hours like for this understanding. And you should make like this some exams, tests, all these things. And my mother, when he saw this, like I should like I make so much endeavor to understand all this subject. She told, "Why are you doing so much? Like why are you struggling so much? Like take it easy, you know. It's not like the main goal in your life. You should do something else." It's like, but no, see, everyone is speaking like this. You should do the best, you should do the best. Our teachers told like we should do the best, like the government told you should do the best. The people outside, they told should like you should be number one, you should be number one. Like how I can like avoid this, because this is the mood, the collective mood, the society mood, like I should be like a number one. She don't know. The people who like became like the best in the school, usually they're not like in the best in a relationship, in a business, in like after school you can see the people who like became like very like learned and like spend so much time for all these things. It usually they're not successful in a life. But people who's like not spend so much time, they can understand easily how to like like before some exam, if you're not preparing like all this your homework, you go to some person who is like very smart, and you take from him all these things you put like before, because like you're like you use your intelligence. No, why you should spend like 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, like 3, 4, 5, 6 days or months to learn all these things if you can go before exam, take all these things, or you make some like machination, and that's it, and you have like same like scores like that guy. It means like you start to think how we can like apply these things in my life and like be practical. It means it's not like the most important things in our life to be like successful in some particular area. And of course, if you like not approach this level of the number one or like the best from this collective group, you are dissatisfied. You're completely dissatisfied and you're completely frustrated, you're depression. Many people, they have like, I don't know, in America maybe it's not like so famous, but in India it's like a very, very prominent, like, and every year like many students, they commit suicide because like they not like pay the credit whatever given by their parents. Like the parents thinking, oh, this is my child, they can go to school, and he after some time became like a very famous. He can take care about us. It's also the so-called love, parents' love. This is, oh, we can invest money to our child, and this our child became like a very famous and rich, and he can take care about us. It's mean they like the mood of exploitation. Like okay, we can invest some money in this project, and this project can give us some profit after some time. Like this is like Vaishyas. They calculate how much they can get from this deal, from this project. And these people, what they doing this, the parents, they take some loan from the bank and for education of the son, and they pay for son like big money. Like if you compare India, like it's big money. You should like work like, and they take this loan because of because of their land. Like okay, like if you not pay this credit. The loan, the bank can take your land, like your home, your field, all these things. You should pay. And who will pay? Son. Son will pay. When he became like a doctor, or when he became IT or whatever, he will pay for this credit. It means the child don't have a choice. The parents already give him. He don't give options. He give directly instructions. You should working or you should like study. You should work. You should pay. That's it. This is the love in material world. And the kids, they don't know what to do because they're not so successful in this understanding of these subjects, and they know cannot they understand how we can pay the credit and all this, and they commit suicide. And the end of year, you can see the newspapers like this university 12 students commit suicide. This is university 7 students commit suicide. They try to close this the gates. You can go to the roof. Or some a bridge, I don't know. They try to close this the way to go for these people to commit suicide. But if you want to commit suicide, you commit suicide. Who can stop you? Because you can see so many buildings, so many this, so many that. Drugs is there. This is many things you can do. Why it is going on? Because you are not satisfied. Because you are not number one. But this is the government. They give a solution they close these roofs. They try to make some border in where is the bridge. But they cannot understand. We should change the consciousness. This is the consciousness is completely wrong. Material consciousness is completely wrong. Some teachers or some government workers, they came to Srila Prabhupada. They asking Prabhupada, you have so many disciples. We see they happy. They are changed. Their life is changed. What is your program? And Prabhupada told us 4 regulative principles, 16 rounds, rising early, take prasadam, do harinam. No. What is practical? What is your practical program? What we should do directly? You can tell we should stop this, whatever. Government rules, government advice, government tips. What practical? What do you have practical program? No, this is our practical program. This is our practical program because this practical program, we can change the consciousness. This is the solution. And you can see this is the consciousness, whatever we have. This is coming from our childhood. Is inculcated from childhood. It's impressions. It's our samskara from previous lives and present lives. It's I told this is it's our subconsciousness. Life after life after life, we have this understanding. And then according to this, we can take a birth. You can see these guys in the university, they asking why Prabhupada blame the black people, why he's so against all these things. We can see everyone they can take accordingly, the body accordingly. It's not like it's coming by chance. It's like one more point to start to think why I can take a birth in this particular place and particular country and a particular family, a particular body. Why I have this type of consciousness? Why I have this type of? It's not by chance. It's one time one more option to start to think why we came for this material world. What is the reason of this? And the point what our Guru Maharaj wanted to give this in this lecture, the spot washing, the preaching and ego and purity, that in this lecture he mentioned that one occasion when one devotee he's washing the pots, and he washing 5 years or 10 years, and another devotee came a big preacher. He came, he told, Baba, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? You're washing pots 5, 10 years. Why you don't want to do something great, something real? You want to do something real, you should preach. No, you should do something real, something powerful, something whatever is, have a value. No, you're washing pots 5 years, 10 years. What is the meaning of this? You should grow like this. And this devotee answered him what wrong with this if I do something for Krishna, and Krishna I can accept all types of services. And our Guru Maharaj told that actually the preacher in this circumstances, preacher is the person who is washing the pots, because he can explain, and he have proper understanding how to preach and what is the Krishna consciousness is, what is the bhakti is. This is the misunderstanding. Sometimes you're thinking the devotees who do something simple mopping, cleaning, cutting vegetables, and some simple services less important than the preaching. Of course, the preaching the essence, and without preaching, everything is useless and meaningless. If you don't have a preaching, it's what is the meaning if you have all devotees? They cooking, washing, and then sleeping, and then again cooking, washing. Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur told that there's the mood. Then brahmachari is going out collecting bhiksha, is coming back to bring the vegetables, cooking the prasadam, taking prasadam, washing pots, go to sleep. And then wake up, cooking prasadam, taking prasadam, washing the pots, and go to sleep. What is the meaning of this? Is it only eating and sleeping? No, the preaching should be there. And the preaching, at the point when Prabhupada was dissatisfied with his god brothers, one, he is why he's criticized his god brothers, not because they concord some apasampradayas, or they don't follow some Vedic scriptures. Prabhupada criticized them because they're not so eager to preach. He told that you preach not enough. You should preach much more, a big, a much more. You think big. You should think big. You should go the Western countries. You should bring the message for all these falling souls, our spiritual master told the Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur. And because of that he criticized them. It's not because they completely was fallen and no follow any regulative principles, but point that they was not enough in preaching area. And of course the preaching is required and is our essence, but still we should understand that even during the preaching you should be in proper consciousness. You can be in material consciousness. And this lecture Guru Maharaj he mentioned that even if you perform this Sankirtana Yagya, but still you're so much attached for prestige, kama, lobha, puja, pratishtha, if you still have this subtle material desires, it's already you finish all your gross material activity, illicit sex and all this intoxication, all this gambling, meat eating. Already you're finished, but still you have some material desire, you doing book distribution, and of course you're thinking about scores. Otherwise, difficult to push yourself, because like we should like make some transcendental or like any competition. Of course, transcendental competition like is the best, but mostly like we have like desires to be glorified at the end of month or at the end of year, when devotees they can see like your scores and like this bhakta, like some bhakta they can have some stone scores and another bhakta have some scores, this, and oh no Prabhu, don't glorify me, don't glorify me. But actually, the mostly like you're waiting this moment when you can see it and everyone can hear your scores, and this is the impediment. This is mentioned in this lecture, that even if you doing so much service in Krishna consciousness, even like you do perform yagya, like this Sankirtan yagya, you do book distribution, Harinam Sankirtan, and the preaching activity, but still you have these material desires. It means you're staying in one point. It means you don't go, you cannot develop your consciousness. It's amazing. Like, it's an amazing statement. Like because you're thinking like, see, this is the fire of Sankirtan, and I'm in fire Sankirtan. It's mean like the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taking care about me, and the Srila Prabhupada promised to take care about me. It's like it's mean like what is the necessity to think about my proper behavior, or think about like some rules and regulations. What is the meaning of this? Fire of Sankirtan can burning everything. What is the meaning of this? But we can see the example of thousands and thousands and thousands Sankirtan devotees who like perform like a very, very intense Sankirtan yagya, but then they went out, like they go out, they fall down, because like they still have some material desires and they don't want to stop this is material activity, even in Krishna consciousness. And this is the big impediment. Like this mentioned here. And sometimes like devotees, they can think, oh, I made so many devotees. I distributed so many books, and because of that, nowadays, like dead devotees start to chant Hare Krishna. Dead devotees start to practicing like this and this and like this. Like I made devotees. Like I'm the doer. I'm like a controller of these things. It's also very big dangerous in our spiritual life, because like we're thinking I'm the doer. It's very subtle, but it's very dangerous also. Of course, I'm not like speaking like why about someone. It's like it depends. Like me also, I cannot like tell you I don't have like these desires or something like this. But I want to repeat whatever spoken by acharyas, whatever spoken by Srila Prabhupada and all our spiritual masters, because it's very helpful. It's not like does it mean I'm like free from all these impurities, but we should speak about this. Of course, if we are not qualified and we cannot preach, does it mean like we should think only about go to Radhakunda, sitting and some peaceful place and chant our rounds and don't think about preaching. But I'm not qualified. I cannot like be in platform pure devotional service. Okay, I can go, but I will chant my 3 lakhs of holy names. It's also like again, you want to change your service, but you don't want to change your mood. It's like this is the point. Like we should like change a mood, not like a service. Like when we cannot like be successful in devotional service if we not change our mood. It's called as Atendriya Pritivanchak, one who desires to satisfy his own senses. Still, it's very famous like stories when Prabhupada disciples they ask them to give them the Babaji Dvesha and give them a permission to chant more rounds, and we will see the examples of that. Like we are not ready. Still, Prabhupada told like, why you need this now? You better to go to preach. Like at least you can engage your mind, and you can engage your senses, engage your body. Otherwise, our material desire is very strong. And when we don't want to follow the process, and we want to do whatever we like, whatever Krishna don't like, and because of that, it's ampa sampradayas. is manifested. This Ameyatma-Sampradaya is manifested because we forget whatever we're doing should be for Krishna. We forget this point because we like to do something. We like to do something, and because according to our desires, they have some our particular nature. We have like our svabhav. We have like this some our attachments, and because of that we can do something. Like previously, when Prabhupada started our movement, he's playing kirtan in this Tom Square Park. Many devotees, they can bring some crazy instruments. Somebody can play the piano, somebody can play saxophone, somebody play flute, somebody play drums. So I'm okay, you can do something for Krishna. What is the problem? But then devotees, they ask the Prabhupada how we can perform our kirtan properly. And Prabhupada, okay, you can say we have morning tune, we have day tune, we have a particular schedule for all these bhajans and kirtans, and we have instruments, whatever we can use for in the kirtan and bhajan. It's mean the desire of disciples mean how we can do this properly. It's not after 20 years you play this piano, you play this as how you call this harmonium, this accordion is very famous in Russia. This is the people they're very very attached for this. They can, because we have this desire, but we have a standards still, and the proper desire, our disciple desire to ask what we should do for Krishna, what is the proper attitude, and what is the proper paraphernalia for the service of Lord Shri Krishna. Otherwise, if you can forget about this is Apasampradaya, as we call it. Oh, I think this will be better to perform kirtan like this. I think this will be better to cook like this. I think this will be better to worship deities like this. And this is became the problem. I want to read a little bit from the Brahmacharya and Krishna consciousness. It's not only for brahmacharis. It's for everyone, because in the beginning of this book also this mentioned that this knowledge is given even Grihastha devotees can read this book, even Mataji also they can read this book, because this is the book about devotion. And this a small chapter is called Why So Many Rules and Regulations. I will read only one last article. Srila Prabhupada told, Krishna consciousness is not difficult, but determination is difficult. That determination comes by tapasya, and therefore we have rules and regulations. If you follow the rules and regulations, then you will be determined. Otherwise, you will be a victim of Maya. The rules and regulations are there just to keep you fixed up in your determination. But if you don't follow, then you fall down. This is very helpful to be fixed in our determination. Otherwise, your attention, your consciousness can run here and there. And one more, if it's possible, can you pull this Srimad Bhagavatam 6 chapter 6 canto 4 chapter verse number 50. Yes, I can go directly for yes. When the chief lord of the universe, Lord Brahma, Swayambhu, having been inspired by my energy, was attempting to create, he thought himself incapable. Therefore, I gave him advice, and in accordance with my instructions, he underwent extremely difficult austerities. Because of these austerities, the great Lord Brahma was able to create 9 personalities, including you, to help in the functions of creation. And in commentary, nothing is possible without tapasya. Lord Brahma, however, was empowered to create this entire universe because of his austerities. The more we engage in austerities, the more we became powerful by the grace of the Lord. Therefore, Rishabhadev advised his sons, Tapodivyam putrakayana sattvam shudyet. One should engage in penance and austerity to attain the divine position of devotional service. By such activity, one's heart is purified. Bhagavatam 5.5.1. In our material existence, we are impure, and therefore we cannot do anything wonderful. But if we purify our existence by tapasya, we can do wonderful things by the grace of the Lord. Therefore, tapasya is very important, as stressed in this verse. Of course, tapasya doesn't mean we should follow this old chaturmasya, we should go to Himalayas and sitting in a cold, called, yes, like, but some devotees, I remember in Russia, one devotee, he don't follow any rules and regulations, any, like, he was like smoking, like drinking, have illicit sex, he's initiated devotee, and he did all these things, but he liked tapasya. Like tapasya, for example, in Russia, we have in January, this particular 2-3 days, one is very auspicious to go to take a bath. And the Christian people, they do the bathing in the river in January. This when the temperature is like -20, -30, -40, like Celsius. Yes, it means like you go to the river, you have like you make some hole in the ice, and sometimes this ice is like a very thin, like maybe like a half a meter, 1 meter, like this, and you should like struggling like a lot to make the hole of this. And also like when you make the hole and temperature is very cold, and this immediately again the ice is coming, because water is very cold, and you should jump inside and like do snan, like 1, 2, 3, and go out. And when you go out, this is also very cold because it's like a -20, -25, and your fingers is completely frozen, and your limbs is completely frozen. Even you cannot like take your socks and put in your legs because your fingers are completely frozen. Like you don't feel your fingers. You're like, but that devotee, what he doing? Like he's jumping inside and he's sitting there.
Oh my God.
He's like last time when I was there. He's sitting like maybe 20-25 minutes. He's sitting, and he like went out, and he like this, like he's really like this type of austerities. But we don't like austerities whatever given by our acharyas. At least like follow the simple rules and regulations, like even at least four whatever given by our spiritual masters. But austerity is required, and austerity, tapasya, is naturally like many people, even like who's working karmic job, they perform so much tapasya. If you like, who told this story? Like some recently only Ameyatma-Prabhu. He told about these people who living in Pune. They going like they wake up 3:30, 3:45. They go to the train, a bus, train, then again bus. Then I go to a job, and then I come back again, like 3-4 hours. The Indian trains, Indian trains is not like European trains. Like when you sit, you have like your own seat, you have like AC and all these things. Indian trains mean like as much people can go inside, and they can go inside because you can pay 10 rupees, even if like 10 rupees, like 10 cents, and you can go like from direction like 1 hour, 2 hours, it's like a very, very cheap, and people they don't think about another people. You can go inside like push like anything. Like even if you like can come to Mumbai, like you already like this like dirty because somebody put some masala, this is chai, this somebody like scratch your t-shirt, and now you're scolding with another person like no, you come like, and you like Ameyatma-Prabhu told you can discuss politics also during this. It's like a small life, and this is 2-3 hours, like a small life for some people. There's already so many activities going on. This is also some kind of austerity. Like you can see, you should suffer like anything. Like you should eat like a little bit on the way. Like it should like a very hot, like a very no air. This is so many people. Like, but our point, we should perform tapasya for Krishna. You should perform tapasya, like we also speaking, like when you're living in brahmachari ashram, like somebody like can ask you should do this service, and this is exploitation. Prabhu, they exploit us. From morning till evening, they exploit us. They told us you should wash this floor, you should cut the vegetables, and then should go bring the books, and you should clean these things, and load the truck, and then unload. This is exploitation. This is the pure exploitation. But this is for Krishna. Otherwise, somebody will exploit your body. Someone, your kids, your wife, your boss, your dog, your government, everyone to want to exploit your body. But this exploitation for Krishna, it means like you should exploit your body. You should engage your body. This is the mood, the proper mood. Srila Prabhupada gave this example in one lecture. He told, if you cannot understand whatever you're doing, you do for Krishna, it will be very difficult to continue your service. It will be very difficult to continue your service because you cannot understand if you're doing this as particular for Krishna, it means you will be dissatisfied. You're thinking, oh, this is like devotees, they only want to exploit my body, no love, and like, no love in this material world, and the spiritual world also no love. No love everywhere. See, they exploit my body, I came with Krishna consciousness, and they also want to exploit my body. Why? Because I want to enjoy. I want to enjoy. I don't want to be in association with the people in material society because they want to exploit my body. And because of that, I came here, and then I want to be like a king. I want to be like a sadhu. I want to chant my japa. I want to do some reading like this. But if somebody can ask me to do something practical, no. Why? This is again exploitation. I only went out from this society who want to exploit my body, and I came here to be like a spiritual. But again, they want to exploit my body. What is this? But this is the point. Disciples mean discipline. And you can see in India, in a particular Salem, if you're going if you want to be a brahmachari, if you're Indian, you should live outside from temple a half a year, 1 year. You should attend all these morning programs and the lectures, and you should perform some seva. And after a half a year, 1 year, you can join the brahmachari ashram, and you can start your intense practice. You should washing the pots, you should washing the toilets, you should washing the bathroom, you should washing this. And then what is the meaning of this? Because you can clarify, you can purify your desires. You should understand. In Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur time, one very learned scholar came and told, I want to join your ashram. And they told the disciples of Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur, they told, okay, you can go to wash the pots. He told, why? I'm like a scholar. I'm a very intelligent person who can teach, who know many things. I can do like this, but why you ask me to wash in the pots? Because of that, you should go to wash because you're thinking you're very smart. You're thinking you're very important, a very prestigious guy. And again, this is impediment. And you go, okay, now I understand. And you go to wash I'm the servant. I'm not enjoyer. I'm not supreme. I'm servant. I'm disciple. This is the point. And another point we should understand, even if you accept the guru, you cannot consider yourself like a disciple if you not follow the guru instructions. And I want to read from Prabhupada letter. It's written to Rudra on 9th March 1970. Rudra Das, his disciple. Lord Nityananda is guru. This is recently Guru Maharaj, our spiritual master, he's published this in BVK Sangha. Lord Nityananda is guru. He can instruct us, but ultimately it depends on the disciple. A doctor may say, do this, do not do this. But if a patient does not follow the prescriptions, what is the result? Similarly, Ameyatma-Prabhu will hear the prayers of the insincere rascal. If that rascal actually wants to change his condition, one must agree not to be a rascal anymore. And then his rascaldom can be reformed. Jagai Madhai begged the Lord for his mercy, and they were prototype rascals, drunkards and debauchers. Lord Chaitanya told them, first you stop your nonsense activities, then I will accept you. So a rascal may be accepted provided he agrees to stop his nonsenses. Otherwise, how can one expect to be reformed if he does not agree or like to be reformed? To do reform, he must agree to the reforming process. It means usually the mundane understanding, you accept Guru, and that's it. Now Guru should bring you to spiritual world. I accept him, now he should start his responsibility. Of course, it's his responsibility, and he will push you like anything, but it's very difficult. If you not agree, whatever, he give you remedy, prescriptions, the process and the systems, it will be very difficult for him to carry you. And for you also, you can see this is not working. See, this is Guru. He promised to deliver me to spiritual world, but still I am in low consciousness. What is going on? Because you don't follow. This is the proper attitude. We should follow the prescriptions given by our spiritual master. And today we learn this, chant this Shikshashtakam, and this is a particular verse today is Trinadapi Sunichana. This very, very important. Many times they asking the spiritual disciples, asking spiritual masters how we can be humble, how we can be in Krishna consciousness, how we can be like this, how we be like that. And this the very simple key and the process is to be humble. Trinadapi Sunichana Tarore Vasahishna. This is, and one of disciple, our spiritual master, he asked what does it mean? And Guru Maharaj told, what is the problem to understand this? It's very simple. You should be tolerate, don't accept, don't think about the prestige. The problem, the question should arise how we can approach this level. The understanding what is the level is not difficult to understand, but the question should arise how we can approach the level of this. Okay, we should. I have 3 minutes. I want to read one more things. Recently, I asked our spiritual master, because of situation, whatever is going on in our society, this is completely madness and insane. Whatever is going, how we can preach in these circumstances. And he told you should preach according on the based on the 3 books. One book is first book is Mother and Masters, second book is On Speaking Strongly in the Service of Srila Prabhupada, and third book is the Mood and Mission, whatever will come. This is 3 books. If you will preach according all this based on this, it will be very, very effective. And immediately I start again to read On Speaking Strongly and the Service of Srila Prabhupada, because when you read this book, you're thinking this is amazing, this is amazing, this is amazing, but still it's difficult to understand. First, my understanding when I read this book, I understand this is completely about me, that person who try to hide Krishna, who is don't have a faith, our message is true, is bona fide, and we should speaking about very open and without any compromise. And in the beginning, and this the book is directly the first page. Guru Maharaj written I speak too strongly. People don't like it. I burn people out, or so I am told. Some devotees warn me to tone down and speak in a way that will make everyone feel satisfied. I disagree. This, immediately, please, Prabhu, please tone down and speak in a way that will make everyone feel satisfied. Hindu bhav, Hindu bhav, everything is good. Why you criticize Dr. Patel? Prabhupada, why you criticize all this Mayavadi? You're not good. But why you criticize me? No, this is you told me why you criticize this Mayavadi, but why you criticize me? No, this is like a bhav. No, don't criticize another person, but I can criticize you. This is this is misunderstanding. Guru Maharaj says, I disagree. And this is first the story, whatever he told the spiritual master. And it's about Ramapad Das when he was some spiritual center, and he asked our spiritual master, please don't speak very heavy, because the owner of this the building, the place, he's very in the mood of Hindu bhav, please don't speak like this. And Guru Maharaj told that The worship of demigods is like similarly when you try to
Keep a garland on a dead body.
keep a garland in dead body. And that guy was like, that person told like we worship dead body. Right? Like, it's, wow, how is possible? Like, you, and he tried to beat him, like Indians, they play this drama. They, like, I remember once also in train, I spoke to one person, like, very heavy words, and he, like, tried to beat me, and his wife, like, catch his, like, kurta, whatever, like a t-shirt, like this, and he can easy like what is the problem that the woman catch you now like this? What is the problem? What he's playing a role is because she's like catch me like I cannot like beat you, but if like if she will be not here, I will beat you like anything. Like, and it's like okay, this that guy also like his wife like, caught him, and he told I want like he was so angry, But finally, this devotee, like little bit, the Ramapada does, he like complained, and like why we lose this place, and now we have like, and Guru Maharaj told this why want this consequently being spurred by Ramapada Das disconcertment, I resolved to publish a justification of my stand for those who in the future would inevitably protest against my and others preaching Krishna consciousness in the manner meant to most closely follow the Srila Prabhupada's. Hence I composed this treatise and feature it in my publication, My Memories of Srila Prabhupada. And where is it? It's this here. Because the point, like, Guru Maharaj was like frustrated, not because like these devotees like have a problem because of this. Guru Maharaj was dissatisfied because the people asked him like to reduce his preaching activity. But then finally we can see that person like he is finding another place what is like much more better, where he can preach openly our message, and he was thankful. But Guru Maharaj, why you ask me again to reduce this tone? This is and you can see the whole book about this. If you are speaking strongly, if you are speaking as it is, you can have a power, you have understanding, you have a mercy, you have a blessings, all these things. But problem like we are don't have enough faith to present our message as it is. Okay, this is the mood of our acharyas and spiritual master to understand the absolute truth. If somebody has some questions, disagreement, and commentaries, you can ask now.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much for that very bold, brave, courageous class. That was heart-changing. And I liked the point that you made that if you do not understand that everything you do is for Krishna, I think you were quoting Srila Prabhupada. If you don't understand that everything that you do is for Krishna, you won't last.
Yes.
And that reminded me of how Srila Prabhupada also told women, like married women, who they would sometimes complain that their husband treats them like a slave. So Prabhupada said, well, better to be the slave of one man than the slave of many men. So it's kind of similar. And also I wanted to thank you for talking about the Indian trains. They are so, so dangerous. You see those fast trains in Mumbai? There are people hanging off of them. They're risking their very life just to go to their job. It's scary and it's ridiculous. So, when you made the point about how the Indian government is trying to stop kids from committing suicide, that's so useless. As Prabhupada would say, useless.
Yes.
Because you can't stop them. But that reminded me of how in America, the cops are still arresting people who take drugs. But you can't stop those people unless you give them a higher taste. You know, that's the only remedy. And one other thing is that, I don't see it in my notes, but you talked about how we can fall down, even if we're really, really enthusiastic about our service, and we're number one, we're the best, but we can still fall down. And I appreciated that point. Thank you. And there's even a story that I don't know who the devotee was, but one time one of Prabhupada's disciples asked Srila Prabhupada, you're a pure devotee. Is it possible for you to fall down under the influence of Maya? And Prabhupada thought for a moment and he said, no, it's not possible. The next day, that same devotee saw Srila Prabhupada praying to the deities. And later, he very audaciously asked Srila Prabhupada, what were you praying about in the temple? And Prabhupada said, I was praying that I will never fall down, that I will be protected from fall down. And so the devotee said, but just yesterday you told me that you can't fall down. And Prabhupada said, yeah, because I'm always praying to be protected from fall down. So I wanted to just share those few things, and I wanted to ask you, when you were talking about just, holding on to certain material desires in our heart and not being willing to give those up, does that create an apasampradaya? Do we create apasampradayas by being a little stubborn about giving up certain things? You especially mentioned playing the piano. I still have a piano. I still play the piano. I still play the guitar. I'm attached to those things. So am I badly influencing future devotees because of my attachments? Is that the start of an apasampradaya?
The point is, the one why Prabhupada told like this, he told like the mood when we forget what we can do this for Krishna, they can create this apasampradaya. Because apasampradaya means you want to do your service in the mood, whatever you like to do.
Yeah.
This is the create. Of course, like if you do like this for Krishna, according like any like even offer your food, like a local food, whatever you like to cook for Krishna. But gradually we can understand if it will be like still you have like this desire to keep. This is like for you. I want to, because I like this. I like to cook this like borscht, Russian soup. I like this soup. But because of now in Krishna consciousness, I should offer this for Krishna, because like I try to practice. Of course, Krishna thinking, okay, like at least you offer to me. But gradually, like the bhakta can understand. Oh, maybe I should do for Krishna whatever he like.
Yes.
This is the and you start to see. Oh, this is descriptions in Chaitanya Charitamrita, what Krishna like to eat. And you have like this as Bhoga Arati, like Mata Yashoda cooked, like Radharani cooked, and Advaita Acharya wife cooked for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And you see all these items, and you think, oh, where I can take these recipes? And you like start to think how I can do something for Krishna in the proper manner, and like for my deities, for my guru, and you start to like make research. how you can satisfy him, because you have now this the mood. But if you still like have some desire, oh, because I like this, I can borscht, I can cook the borscht, because I like this, and I can offer for Krishna. It's much more better than if you not offer, you're not. But the point that, like, if you like, you say still you want to keep this mood with you, like I like this, I do this for me, and something for Krishna. This is the creator. This is misunderstanding.
Thank you. That was a very nice explanation. But remember how Srila Prabhupada said to my godbrother Ishan Prabhu, what do you want to do for Krishna? Ishan said, Srila Prabhupada, what would you like me to do? What is the service that you would most like me to do? And then Srila Prabhupada said, what do you want to do for Krishna? So there's that, and there's also, in Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, Lord Chaitanya knew what each and every devotee liked as far as prasadam, and he would always make sure that each and every devotee got just their favorite prasadam. So I really appreciate your point, but I have these questions.
Which one?
The question of how we can understand what Srila Prabhupada was getting at when he said to Ishan, no, what do you want to do for Krishna?
I think this, because according some, like you told us, according to our the qualities, our possibilities, whatever, like if we have which kind of compassion, we have like capacity. It's mean according to this, but point is, like as much as you elevate gradually to, like, you don't have any desires. You only one desire, like a whatever, like this in Ramayana is mentioned. There's three type of servants. One servant, he's doing like whatever master told him. This is another servant is like.
Why says he goes above and beyond what the master told?
This is the number, like the topest. It means like he is doing like beyond whatever he like. And it's not doesn't mean like it should be only according to rules and regulations. We have like the many pure devotees. They worship deities in improper manner, and when some another person who is follow all the rules and regulations, he saw like what is this deity worship is going wrong, and he told you doing wrong. You should change your and then the deity came at night and he told why you stop. Who was there?
There was one lady in Jagannath Puri who used to get up in the early morning and she wouldn't take a bath. She would immediately start cooking khichdi for Lord Jagannath, and she would offer it to him from, in a dirty state. And Lord Jagannath liked her khichdi so much that one time when a very Paka Brahmin saw and learned about her, he corrected her. He said, you should take a shower first. You should take your bath first. And you should clean your kitchen first. And so then she took that very seriously. So next morning, she took her bath first. She put on clean clothes. She cleaned her whole kitchen first, cleaned the pot very nicely. Meanwhile, Lord Jagannath is like looking at his watch. I'm hungry. Where is she? And so then he understood. And so he appeared to that Brahmana in a dream that night and told him, you have interrupted this lady's service. Her khichdi is my favorite. And you go and tell her now that she does not need to take a bath before she cooks for me. And so the Brahmin very humbly went there and told her. And so she was very happy. And so now, to this day, that same khichdi is offered to Lord Jagannath every morning, but by a clean devotee. But
this is also dangerous. You can see it because of this. Like many devotees thinking, oh, see, why will you take a bath? And this is they can produce up some problem. Maybe she is like a pure devotee. Maybe she's a really pure devotee and really like all these things, but another devotees can understand. See, what is the need? What is the use of these rules and regulations? If the Lord Jagannath, we can do this with love, And Srila Prabhupada gave this example, like this husband came to house and the wife told that, oh, my dear husband, I don't cook for you because like I so love you, and I cannot even think about like another like a cooking or cleaning or something because I so love you. But what is the use if you love me and cook not cook for me? This is our love. Is like when you do some practical. This is dangerous. Of course, like many devotees, we cannot recognize their actual level. We cannot like see this is like a neophyte, this is like the advanced devotee, because externally you cannot understand. You should be very careful. But the point that we should be very careful with rules and regulations also. Otherwise, it will be produce many like misunderstandings and will be like, and even in deity worship, like Prabhupada told, we should be the biggest problem in our society if they neglect the rules and regulation in deity worship, and then it's gradually can, like I remember when even I started to practice like 9 years ago. I remember this when somebody go to worship deities without second initiation, is like was some exception, because almost Brahmanas in Russia. Almost Brahmanas they worship, and like if they don't have enough Brahmanas, they asking some devotee who have like a one initiation, but he's like a good devotee, he's practicing long, and okay, there's some exception. But gradually, the devotees like even without Brahmanical initiation start to worship like more, and gradually like even without initiation, even without one initiation, start to worship, and this became also like a rule, like no problem. It's like the tendency to going like down is like very strong, it's very easy for us because we like to simplify, we like to some more easy. This because rules and regulations mean like you should perform austerity, tapasya. This is rule, and we don't like tapasya. We like to be like spiritual, like everything like a nice spiritual everything. But if you like then no, Prabhu, rules and regulations is there. No, why? I love Krishna. I do this for Krishna. Why I should follow? But why Chaitanya-Mahaprabhu gave these instructions through Rupa Goswami, to Sanatana Goswami, this Upadeshamrita, all these Bhakti Sarasamrita Sindhu, all these scriptures? Why he gave these instructions for them? To give this explanation, what we should follow, and the rules and regulations, and not be some sahajas or mayavadis or like ritviks. All these rules and regulations can keep our determination and proper mood. It's helpful. It's very helpful. But otherwise, how you told that only to follow rules and regulations is meaningless. Also, if you only follow without love, no, it's just not like this. What is the use of this? Where is your love? It's like police officer, huh?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that Krishna conscious conclusion. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. 9 o'clock? Or you want something? Tell something.
Yes, in this regard, a small thing, we can see Vamsidas Babaji, he was a pure devotee. He was smoking bidis. He was doing that. He was doing things which are very out of whack, compared to what you'd expect, normal devotees to do. But he was on such a high platform. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who was also a pure devotee, recognized and, he respected him so much. And we can see that he was able to do that. But we see that he didn't engage in illicit sex or anything like that, Vamsidas Babaji. He didn't engage. But he was doing other stuff, which is like, whoa, far out. But then we can see another same devotee, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he established rules and regulations and all these things for us to follow properly. So when someone is on a very high level, they can do whatever and it's completely okay. But for some of their followers to look at that and imitate them would start the creation of an upper sampradaya. Therefore, that's the thing. Anukarana and Anusharana. Anukarana is to imitate, Anusharana is to follow. So.
Like Lord Shiva also, he's like
Yeah.
very elevated, but the followers imitating him like smoking.
Yeah, and Prabhupada says in the Bhagavad Gita, there's no description of Lord Shiva smoking ganja. Where does this come from? Yeah, he says it in the Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter. So anyway, it's 9 o'clock. So
Grand Garaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
yeah, it's in Vamsidas Babaji book. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
What lecture is it?